joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your isn't right. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, just that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the sun for fun. They mash for hours, hooker baths, not showers. Bright and early, down and dirty for the cash and power. They gotta get the cash, the towers, and reach it all to a pimp. In my position, I'm all but exempt. These bras not wimps, I'm like them renegade bitches. BFFs with tricks but never getting paid riches. Grenade bitches, they dynamite, blowing up on the pimpin' and missing when the time is right. But when they life gets strife, they see pimpin' shining bright, but they action is life without. Bitch, one strike you out. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. See, that's the difference, nigga. The pimpin' mashing for these riches, nigga. Nothing like you master magician, niggas. Smoking mirrors with your game, hella extras to reflect the opposite appearance of a lame. Bitches coming from y'all, I can't rock with those. Tender-footed and rooted in them doctor shows. Soft shoe rituals, minute residuals. Papers on life support, your loots and critical. Something I learned about when running my earned route and working with turnouts is murdering burnouts. Cause knocking one of you niggas for a scarred bitch, that's knocking one of you niggas for some garbage. I'm heartless regardless, empty with sympathy, but banked up to the max with pimpathy. No remedy for me. Right, my blood type is P positive, beautifully deposited with a lot of it. I'm popping this shit, and when I pop it so hard I make a trapping ass bad bitch wanna hoe hard. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. Come on, pimpin', man, pop that shit. Show these sucker niggas they can't stop that shit. Let these hookers know if they wanna cop that shit. Treat the bag like it's hot, bitch, and drop that shit. And to you hoes, if you ever took a loss, bitch, show these bitches how to bounce back like a boss, bitch. Let them know that the best way to floss, bitch, is reach that paper to some pimpin' hoe and toss it. Can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Poppin' pimpin', nigga, can't stop, won't stop. Smashing on these bitches, nigga. One of them joints right here, man, that you play when you feeling down on your isn't right. Play this shit right here and resuscitate your pimpin' and get you right back on your mission, right? For you hoes, just that shit you play when you ain't feeling like super hoe today. Play this shit right here and to spark up your hoeing and get you right back going, you dig? Dig this. Pimps for real, don't mistake it for fashion. The turf that birthed my reputation for mashing was the track with active, attractive hoes. Professional goers that attract the dough. Like magnets to metal, never settle. We scorching them fag bitches pedal for them portions. My whores win it all. Not the ones on the sideline wishing but didn't ball in the guidelines. My bitches did it all. Down 7 below in the snow for dough. Over 120 in the top of it to the game. Yes, another blessed day of this game, man. Y'all already know, man, when you step into a pimp's domain, wipe your feet off at the door. What I mean by that, hit that like button while we prepare to get into this game, man. Hopefully everybody having a blessed Sunday. You know, I'm having a blessed Sunday because my 49ers smashed the Seahawks. You know what I mean? You Seahawks fans, my condolences, man, you know. But, hey, that's how it go. When you going against them Niners, man, we raw this year. But, yeah, man, like I said, hopefully everybody having a blessed one, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Dondre say, freeze is it. I appreciate appreciate you, P. My obituary came like 2 weeks ago. Hey, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you as well. Dig that. The unedited video of Tanea's daughter was deleted from YouTube. Mark just showing America what's really going on. We about to get into that, man. We gonna talk about it. But like I said, y'all wipe y'all feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. What I mean by that, hit that like button. And y'all already know my first order of business. While we get ready to get into this game, I got to put some love in my body, man. Some of this good old love juice, you dig? That H to the Izzo. Okay. Okay. All right, man. Hold on a second. Okay. Now, as y'all can see from the thumbnail and the title, man, we gonna chop this game about this soft white underbelly stuff. This the latest with soft white underbelly, right? Let me see something. Hold on. Y'all can hear me cool? Where's Sylvia at? Sylvia, do my mic sound nice? What's happening? Sylvia might not be here yet. She probably gonna be here eventually though. But is my mic cool? Y'all let me know. Sneaky Black, how can I get a obituary? Send an email to Sinful's email, which is Philip Gilmore. That's PhillipGilmore, Philip Gilmore at yahoo.com. Shoot me an email to there with your shipping info where you want the obituary sent to, and I will make sure that you get a copy. Yeah, so but yeah, back to this the topic at hand, man. This soft white underbelly business, man. You know, when it comes to soft white underbelly, right, you got to understand the you know, you got to understand the meaning behind the channel, right? So I'm gonna show y'all something real quick when it comes to soft white underbelly. Hold on. Let me see. I want to play y'all something from soft white underbelly. Let me see. Okay. Wait, where's that? Oh, okay. Wait, that's not it. Where is? Why he don't have that? Where is that video at? I'm trying to find a video where it's a video where Mark is explaining the meaning behind the channel Soft White Underbelly. I'm trying to find it. I'm going to find it real quick. Give me just a second. I want y'all to hear this so when we get into this, you have a better understanding of. Oh, here it go. I found it. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. I'll play y'all something real quick. Hold on. Let's see.
My name is Mark Leda, and I produce the videos that you see on my channel, Soft White Underbelly. I've been a photographer since I was 14, and I spent most of my career doing advertising work. So I'm basically helping wealthy corporations become even wealthier. And that became, I realized as I got older, that was my legacy, and I didn't feel comfortable with that. So I wanted to do the soft underbelly to attack Germany. Came from Winston Churchill. More in the world. The name Soft White Underbelly came from Winston Churchill, who back in World War II was advising the United States on how best to attack Germany. And he called Italy the soft underbelly of Europe, meaning that was the most vulnerable spot that Germany had to come in from Italy. These videos are meant to create awareness of things that are broken in our country. Look at some of these things, they're just going to continue to grow and get worse and worse. And I believe listening, understanding, accepting, and maybe deciding to do something differently might make a difference eventually and help the next generation or two of parents raise kids who have more hope, have better role models, have both parents in their lives. That's my hope. That's my aim with this work. It's not to help the addict that's outside my door, even though I've done that many times. I've spent, over the last 10 years, I've talked with about 1,000 people, and financially, I've probably spent $150,000 helping people with tents, with, oh, you need shoes, you need clothes, you need food, you need a cell phone to call your parole officer, you need all these kind of things. Day after day after day, every time I'm down here, I'm bleeding money. But that's not what this channel is about. It has nothing to do with this channel. This channel is purely about what I just said, which is helping our society, helping our government figure out what's wrong with our country, and hopefully build a better system. Like the wealth inequality that goes on here, the the education and opportunity inequalities create this stuff. I mean, I talked to some of these kids or some of these people and said that when they were kids, they had no hope of a bright future. There was no chance of it. So that's what I think needs to change. I've helped some addicts. That's a personal thing I do, has nothing to do with this channel. I'm just showing you some things that are wrong with the country. Sometimes that's just too much to deal with. It's just too much to look at. And I'll watch these videos or listen to these talks, listen to these people, and
my bad, I'm tripping, man, because when I was playing the video, I wasn't paying attention to the comments, man. Excuse my pimping. So y'all wasn't hearing my commentary when I was pausing the video. But what I was saying was, you know, earlier on in this video, right, he explained to y'all the meaning behind the name Soft White Underbelly, which, you know, basically the people that he interviews and posts videos about on his channel are in essence the soft white underbelly of America, right? I see y'all still saying you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Y'all still can't hear me? Can y'all hear me? Somebody say something. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was my bad when y'all couldn't hear me at first because I wasn't paying attention to the comments and I didn't see that my mic was muted. So that's my bad. But like I said, basically the people that he interviews, by his definition or his explanation of the meaning behind the name Soft White Underbelly, the people that he interviews are, you know, comprise the soft white underbelly of America, the broken part of America, right? So the people that he interviews, by his definition, are broken and vulnerable people, right? So that, and then also, like I was saying, you know, he mentioned how he helped people financially, like over the past, I think he said 10 years, he done talked to 1,000 people and he spent over 150,000 on tents for people, phones for people to call their PO, so on and so forth, right? So when it comes to that, that's just, you know, the nature of him, what he is, which is tricking, right? You know, he got the spirit of tricking on him. And so, you know, that's what tricks do. A lot of times, you know, tricks' solution to problems is throwing money at it, right? So he does that, but, you know, I think the channel can be helpful in some ways, but I think, honestly, it does more bad than good. Soft White Underbelly. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, like I said, man, you know, I think he means well, but he can't help who and what he is. But let's continue.
And I'll do it on a more personal level, a more like individual, like I see self-destructive or self-sabotaging behavior in myself, and I'll be able to apply the story that I'm hearing, maybe not as extreme. Some of these stories are really horrifying. And my childhood was nothing like these. But the mechanics are still the same. You know, the stuff that happens to you as a kid ends up affecting the way you believe in yourself, which ends up manifesting as problems with alcohol or drugs or your diet or taking care of your health or your choice of partners or your career choices or your belief in yourself and the education that you decide to get. And there's so many things that we get we're our own worst enemies sometimes. And I think that's an interesting story as well. If you watch these videos, you'll be like, wow, that's what was going on with them. That's why they're doing what they're doing. And then you can kind of apply it to your own life. At least I can. Other times I just find listening to all these talks like a crash course in empathy. I used to look at homeless people and go, man, why don't they just get a job? Quit the drug, get a job. Problem solved.
Yeah, see, you know, people like himself who come from middle class to upper middle class, middle America. That's how they look at people that come from the gutter, people that come from the ghetto, people that go through addiction and things like that. It's real simple to them. They can't comprehend why people resort to these types of things. So, it's like they see a homeless person. It's like, why don't they get a job? Why don't they just, get their life together? Like it's a switch in your head that you could just flip whenever you feel like it. Like, you know what? I'm tired of being a dope fiend. I'm tired of, being hooked on this stuff, and I'm tired of sleeping in the streets. Let me flip the switch and just go change my life. It took for him at 60 something years old to create a platform like this and, get up close and personal with these people to understand what they're going through. Right. And, when he said that, he really spoke for a lot of America. When he said that, I used to look at homeless people like, why don't you just get a job and, fix yourself or whatever he said. You know what I mean? Yeah, so let's continue.
Now, after hearing all these stories, I realize what these people have gone through in their childhoods, how they're broken, how they never had a chance, they never had hope. And that really has changed. It's built my compassion and empathy for these people like nothing else. And then other times, I can't handle any of the above, and I just watch these videos as like interesting character studies. I get to listen to people that would never ever meet in my life. And they're interesting and fascinating, and I leave it at that. That's all I.
See, now he just said a mouthful right there. I don't even think he himself understands what he said when he said that. He said, other times I listen to these people and they're like interesting case studies. So what he, and this is what I already thought, even before I saw this video and I heard him say that out of his mouth. I already knew that based on his actions when he interviews these people, right? Like, you can just tell that they're just they're like exhibits to him. Experiments, lab rats, in a sense. So on one hand, he says that he has empathy for him. It like the videos or the interviews is a crash course on empathy for him. He says that, but then on the other hand, he says that they're like interesting case studies. But it can't be both. Either you have empathy for them or they're interesting case studies. They're not going to be both, though, because if you have empathy for them, they're going to be more than a case study, right? But if they're just a case study to you, then you ain't gonna feel where they coming from. So when they going through certain things, you're not gonna try to diagnose the problem, let alone prescribe the solution, because you don't have any empathy for them. They just a case study to you. You dig? So I think with him, it's probably like 25% empathy, 75% case study. But that's just me, though. Let's continue.
Right off for the day. So if you have the strength and courage to watch these videos, that's great. And if you don't, I understand. They're not for everybody.
And he's right about that. You know what I mean? Because most of his videos, I do have the strength and courage to watch. But what moved me to make this video is because I saw something that I didn't have the strength, courage, nor interest to watch. That's what made me go live about this right now, but I'm going to get to that in a minute.
If we're going to change our country, we're going to need to understand why it's broken, what's wrong with it. And here's a really good window into what's really going on.
So he re-emphasizes that his videos basically expose you to what's broken and what's wrong with America. So that means not only are the drug addicts and, the people that got mental health issues and things like that a part of what's wrong with the country, what's wrong with America, but also the pimps and hoes, who don't have mental issues. And whilst you know, first of all, what you got to understand about the pimps and hoes that he interviews, more than half of the people that he interviews that claim to be pimps and hoes ain't actually pimps and hoes. But there's a small minority of people that he has interviewed that are actually, you know, mentally healthy, physically healthy, functioning, thriving pimps and hoes, right? He's interviewed people like that. But to him, all of these people are part of what's broken and wrong with America. So keep that in mind.
I hope you enjoy my work, and thank you for watching. Oh, and by the way, there's a handful or more of videos that have been deleted from my channel for very.
Okay, so he goes on to talk about something else after that, right? If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button. I think y'all really just want to be offended over nothing. It's not like any of y'all will give these people an outlet to tell their stories. See, G-Sec, I hear what you're saying, but what is that? How is that helping people? I mean, it'll help somebody feel better, you know, and it might expose them to somebody that'll really provide some help for them, you know, by them being on a platform. But you know, it's okay. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna break down what I'm talking about, right? We're gonna talk about what made me even want to do this video, right? So, hold on. Okay, so y'all see that right there, right? You see the title of this video and you see the picture on the thumbnail, right? 13-year-old runaway interview, Nova, right? Now, some of y'all been following this story. This is Nova's mother, Tanea, right? That's her mom. So this is her mom. And he interviewed both of them, obviously. But this is what makes me say that it's just a case study, right? And I don't know, you know, I don't expect everybody to think like me. I don't expect everybody to feel some type of way about everything I feel some type of way about. And, you know, if you get mad, you get mad. If you indifferent about it, it's whatever. But this is just me, right? And I know it's crazy because on one hand, the world's soft as hell and super sensitive about every little thing. But then on the other hand, people let stuff like this slide. And as you can see, just in 2 days, this video done got 40,000 views, right? But I was going to watch this. I watched the mother's interview first, right? Peep the mother out. Okay, cool. I go click on the daughter's interview and he's interviewing this 13-year-old girl with like a bikini top on. And he had it blurred out, but you could still clearly see that she got a bikini top on. I'm not about to watch that. I'm not watching that. You know what I mean? And it's crazy that he did that. Now, you saying that people just want something to be upset about, but how is that cool? How is that okay? You know what I mean? You can't say nothing about the rainbow community, the LGBT mic check 1 2 Q community. You can't say nothing about them. You can't say nothing about the you know, them one people that got the funny noses. You can't say nothing about them. You know what I mean? But you can do stuff like this with a 13-year-old black girl. You know what I mean? You can post a video of an interview that's almost 30 minutes long, and throughout the entire interview, this little girl, 13 years old, got a bikini top on. So one, this is just me. This is just my thinking, right? Something got to be wrong with you where you can sit up and interview a 13-year-old girl for at least 30 minutes, and throughout the whole interview, she got a bikini top on. And you old enough to be this girl's grandfather. Now, I'm not suggesting that, Mark is weird like that. I'm not suggesting that at all. Whether he is, I don't know. But I'm not trying to insinuate that. My thing is, back to what he just said on that video about these interviews being interesting case studies, I do believe that. And he said something about it being a crash course on empathy. When it comes to this particular interview, I don't believe that applies. I don't believe he got no empathy for this girl or her mother. He probably want to do some tricking on the mama. You know what I mean? And I don't think he got no empathy for the little girl. You know how some niggas will come over to a female's house and she got kids, and it's like the nigga, he just over there to hit it. He just want to get in between mom's legs. So if the kids got problems, he don't give a damn because they ain't his kids. He just over there to smash. You know what I mean? Or he over there to use her food stamps, or he over there to use her car or something. So he don't care if the kids is dirty. You know what I mean? He don't care if one of the kids is walking around with a diaper sagging like a car with some messed up hydraulics. You know what I mean? Like, he don't care if the kids ain't had no water since yesterday. He don't care if they ain't ate since last night. He just over there, and he being nice to the kids, but he not trying to help the kids when he see that they got needs that he could easily help them with, right? That's how I look at this situation. You know what I mean? Mark probably digging on the mama, probably want to date the mama, probably has dated the mama by now, or became a sugar daddy to her while she called herself a sugar baby. Whatever the case may be. And at the same time, the daughter come around. He interviewed the daughter while she got a damn bikini top on. See, I don't know if Mark got kids or not, but even before I had kids, because I got kids now, of course, but even before I had kids, I'm the type of dude, like, if I go over a chick's house, even though obviously the kids ain't mine, if the little girl walking around dressed inappropriately, or even a little boy, you know what I mean? Go put some clothes on. I don't care if it's my kid or not. Hey, go put you some clothes on. You know what I mean? That's me though. And like I said, I don't expect everybody to be like me. And I don't expect everybody to see things the way I see them. Okay, Mark has daughters. See, that's even more like a trip. But I don't know. Maybe, like I said, to each their own. Everybody different, right? But that's just me. If she was on my platform, first of all, I'm not even about to interview no 13-year-old. Especially because some of the things that she was saying was just, so what I ended up doing, at first when I clicked on it and I seen that she was in a bikini top, I was like, nah, I can't watch this. You know what I mean? But then when I decided to go live and speak about it, I was like, well, I got to at least know what was being said. So, I got YouTube Premium. And with YouTube Premium, you could play the audio while your phone screen is turned off. So that's what I did. You know what I mean? I just pressed play and turned my phone off and just listened to what was being said on the interview, because I couldn't watch 27 minutes of this girl being interviewed with a bikini top on, a girl that's my daughter's age. You know what I mean? Because the mama said in her interview that she just had a birthday, so I think she just turned 14. My daughter just turned 14. You know what I mean? And I'd be damned if a motherfucker try to interview my daughter with a damn bikini top on. She's not even finna go to this place with no bikini top on. You know what I mean? But again, like I say, to each their own. But like I said, I listened to the audio of the interview, and it's crazy because, like I said, it's just a case study to him as far as I can see. I didn't see no empathy. You say, so how is Mark to blame for what that little girl's parents let her walk out the house wearing? See, G-Sec, you not listening. Pay attention. You know what I mean? Because now you acting like you just want to be upset about something. I didn't say that it's his fault that she came out the house like that. I didn't say that he should be to blame for her coming out the house like that. But he allowed her to get on his platform like that. And he interviewed her like that. You know what I mean? If she's coming on my platform, hey, go put some clothes on. Go put you a t-shirt on or something. Matter of fact, I got a t-shirt for you. Here, put this on. A sweater, a jacket, something. You know what I mean? So, no, he's not to blame for how she came out the house, but he is to blame for how she looks on his platform because it's his platform. And he's a 60-something-year-old man with a 13-year-old girl. Like, I don't see how you don't understand what's wrong with that. I don't see how you, but you know, that's how y'all is nowadays, man. Like, y'all people that like don't really be outside and don't go through real life experiences and ain't never had bitches with kids that wasn't yours, that was you know, dressed inappropriately and you checked them. See, that's me. I'm just even before I had kids, I was always a daddy by nature. You know what I mean? I'm always checking shit with kids and bitches. You know what I mean? So just like I'll check a bitch if she out of line around me, I'm going to check some kids if they out of line around me too. Like, hey, man, go put some clothes on. Hey, do this. Hey, cross your legs. Don't sit with your legs like all that type. That's me. That's what I do. You know what I mean? I done had too many bitches with kids that wasn't mine. You know, I done been 1,000 kids stepfather and all that type of stuff. So that's just me. It's just in me. You know what I mean? And then not only that, but you know, I'm probably the last, you know, I'm an 81 baby. So I'm probably the last of that generation in LA, Los Angeles County, where you get in trouble outside, the neighbor whoop your ass, and then when you get home, your mama whoop your ass. And when you get in front of your daddy, he gonna whoop your ass. Like, you know, I come from that generation too. The grandma gonna whoop your ass. You know, you gonna have a line of ass whoopings when you get out of line. So that's why that's in me, because, you know, that's why I'm that way now, because I seen that coming up. You know what I mean? I had a whole bunch of aunties and uncles, and they all was my mama and daddy. You know what I mean? And my mom was all of my cousins' mama. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was everybody's mama and daddy. I got 9 uncles, you know what I mean? A whole bunch of aunties and uncles and older cousins, and all of them was my mama and daddy. You know what I mean? I had my mother and my father directly in my life, but in instances when I wasn't there, they was my mama and daddy. If I go spend the night at my cousin's house, my uncle is my mama. I mean, my uncle is my daddy and my auntie is my mama while I'm there. You know what I mean? So they not finna just let me do whatever at their house, just like my mama ain't finna let me do whatever at her house, and my father ain't finna let me do whatever at his house. You know what I mean? So that's where I come from. You know what I mean? So, you know, I know a lot of y'all don't come from that, so I can't even fault you. But I'm giving you my perspective because hopefully it'll open some people's eyes that didn't have the same type of grooming that I had, and therefore don't have the same type of perspective and ways that I have. But I'm just letting you know, like, this ain't cool, no matter whose fault it is. And that be another problem with niggas and bitches. You know what I mean? Y'all always want to avoid accountability and why it gotta be my fault? Why it gotta be his fault? Why it gotta be their fault? Who gives a fuck whose fault it is? Fix the problem. See, you one of them type of niggas that if it ain't your fault, you ain't gonna fix the problem. You know what I mean? Your niece or your nephew, something going on with them, you know, your niece could walk out the house with a bikini top on at 13 years old and go to the mall and go around grown ass niggas just looking at her funny, and you one of them niggas, you ain't gonna check the problems. I didn't send her out the house like that. I didn't let her go out the house like that. But let my niece come outside like that. No. Go put some clothes on. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of nieces. Like me and all my siblings, that's all we got is girls. You know what I mean? So ain't none of that going on. Go put some clothes on. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. You know, is it Mark's fault that she came out the house like that? And that she came over there to the interview like that? Of course it's not his fault. Because one, he's not that child's guardian. And two, he wasn't there when she got dressed and left the house. You know? So of course it's not his fault. But is it his fault that she's on a platform with 5 million subscribers at 13 years old in a bikini top? Yes, that is his fault. Is it his fault that he sat there and interviewed a 13-year-old on camera to expose her in front of millions with a bikini top on? Yes, that's his fault. Because he didn't have to do the interview. You know, see, this is what you call integrity. This is what you call doing the right thing. That's what integrity does. It makes you do the right thing, you know, and you got to have some type of integrity when it comes to whatever it is that you standing on, whatever it is that you represent. And this is his business. This is his platform. Where's the integrity with Soft White Underbelly? That's what I'm saying, you know, and if there is some integrity, where does the integrity make you draw the line? Is there a line that your integrity makes you draw? And if so, when do you draw the line? You know what I mean? So not only did he allow this 13-year-old on here, and I seen somebody, I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Play for Keeps, but one of y'all was saying how I guess the unedited version of the video was deleted from his channel. So that makes me believe that initially he uploaded the video without the top being blurred. Because like I said, I seen like the first few seconds of it. Soon as I seen that she was in the bikini top, I clicked off of it, right? But the bikini top is blurred. You know what I mean? And I guess YouTube let it slide. So what I'm guessing happened, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, maybe one of y'all might have seen it, the original post. Hold on. Yeah, so maybe y'all might have seen the original post, but from what somebody in the comment section said earlier, I guess originally the video was posted unedited. So that I'm under the impression that the unedited version didn't have the top blurred out. So it just had the little girl on there with her top just showing regular. You know what I mean? So I guess that must have got, you know, struck down by YouTube, and then Mark blurred her top out. You know, but it shouldn't take for YouTube to check you for you to correct that. You a 60-something-year-old man, and you got daughters of your own, even though I'm sure they grown by now, but you got daughters of your own. Why would you let some little girl get on your platform with a damn bikini top? Like, what's wrong with you? You know me, I don't really talk shit about other platforms like that too much, man. You know, I don't really, this ain't my usual thing. I will when it's called for, like now, but this ain't just what I do. Y'all know Freeze don't really be attacking other platforms like that, you know, and I don't be, my ism don't be having a lot of criticism with people like that. You know, I kind of just live and let live. But this right here, I just felt compelled to speak on it because it ain't cool. But you know, it's people in the world like G-Sec. It's a lot of cats like that around, and you know, bless your heart. You know, you forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. You did. You know. Sucker Repellent said you got him before me. Laugh out loud. Yeah. So okay. Like I said, not only did he allow this girl to get on his platform like that, not only did he interview her like that, but see, I've watched quite a few Soft White Underbelly interviews, right? And he pretty much got like the textbook, cookie cutter blueprint line of questioning for everybody, right? He pretty much asks everybody the same questions, with the exception of here and there a few times he might switch it up a little bit. But most people, 90% of the time, he starts the interview like, so where'd you grow up? So how was your childhood? Did you have both parents growing up? Like same questions all the time, right? And one thing that I noticed that he does with most people is that he asks them like, did you want to do something different with your life? Did you have dreams of being something when you were a kid? If so, what was that, right? So he asked people questions about, their aspirations to be something else. With this 13-year-old girl, that's the main person you're supposed to do that with. What you want to be when you grow up, what you want to do with your life. You got your whole life ahead of you. You should make these kind of changes. This will be good for you. That'll be good for you, so on and so forth, right? Like try to encourage her in a different direction, and he asked her, he asked her what changes would she like to see in her life? Like, would she like to be with her mom and things like that? That's cool, but that's obvious though. A 13-year-old girl, of course she want to be with her mom, even though she going the way that she going. But he just sitting up there like, that's why I say again, like he said, case study. He sees these people as interesting case studies because again, like some of the stuff that he did, that he allowed her to say on his platform that he didn't edit out. It's like, damn, dude, like you really had you got a cast iron stomach. You know what I mean? He got a cast iron stomach to listen to the things that he was listening to with this 13-year-old girl talking about, like getting into graphic details about some of the things that she done did with grown men. And that's again why I'm saying like integrity, right? Integrity is gonna make you like, what, I can't post this on my channel. Because she was saying some cold stuff, man. And it was just like, damn. And not only that, but in typical white man fashion, white platform, typical soft white underbelly, Vlad TV, no jumper fashion, with the interrogation type questions, I want y'all to listen to this. This is on my phone, so the audio might sound a little different, but I'm gonna just put my phone up to the microphone. I want y'all to hear this real quick. Hold on. Hold up. Okay.
She gave me the keys. I put the keys next to the door, and I ran away. I went and I got in the car, and she was with this nigga. He had tattoos all over his face. He was playing music. He looked like a gangbanger. He was a gangbanger. He was a pimp, and I didn't even know that he was a pimp. So we went to the Crenshaw Mall.
So your mom, just for those that are not aware, your mom was working as a prostitute as well?
I don't know.
That's what she told me in that interview that she did with me.
She told you that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I seen a video of my mom on Fig. I don't know.
See, I like the little girl, you know what I mean? The little girl ain't no dummy. She got some wits and some sharpness about herself, because she didn't just agree with Mark. It's like Mark was trying to get this 13-year-old girl to admit that her mama is a prostitute. You know what I mean? Now, it's already bad enough that on the interview with the mother, when you watch the interview with the mother, she mentions how I think she says something about, Child Protective Services being in her mix. You know what I mean? Her having issues with them. Then the little girl says that as well. The little girl says that nobody has custody of her and that she's in the system, right? So, okay, if you have any kind of empathy for these people. Now, the mother said that she wants the daughter back with her. In the interview with the daughter says that she wants to be back with the mother. So even though they having their issues and they at odds and things like that, they have both expressed that they want to be in each other's lives, right? The mother and the daughter. So if you have empathy for these people, for this mother and daughter, both of them in the streets, right? If you got empathy for these people, then you're not going to do anything to add more pressure to the situation, to do more potential damage to the situation, right? And if people from Child Protective Services see these videos, which I'm sure they have by now, or they will, and they hear this little girl say out of her mouth that, yeah, my mom is a prostitute, bad enough all kind of other stuff been said on here that makes the mother look bad, and it's probably making the situation more difficult for the mother to have custody of her daughter. You know, Mark is trying to get this little girl to agree that her mother is a prostitute. But I like how the little girl was just sharp enough to be like, because Mark was like, yeah, you know, for those of you unaware, her mother is working as a prostitute. Your mom is a prostitute, right? And she's like, and then she's like, she said that? And then Mark was like, yeah, she said she's working as a prostitute. And the little girl was like, I don't know about that. You know what I mean? Let me play it back again. Hold on. Hold up. If you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. Hold on. Damn.
And I didn't even know that he was a pimp. So I went to the Crenshaw Mall.
So you said your mom, just for those that are not aware, your mom was working as a prostitute as well?
I don't know.
That's what she told me in that interview that she did with me.
She told you that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I seen a video of my mom on Fig, but I don't know if it's true. I hope it's not true.
Now, it's so much to unpack in that little few seconds exchange, right? You know what I mean? Like, not only did Mark try to get her to say out of her mouth that her mom is a prostitute, but the way that he tried to convince her, it's like he used the mother's word, because she don't know Mark, but she know her mother. You know what I mean? So Mark is like, well, if I say that her mom is a prostitute and I try to get her to say it out of her mouth, she probably won't say it if it's just my word. But if I tell her that her mother said it out of her own mouth that she's a prostitute, then she might say it out of her mouth as well that her mother is a prostitute. But the little girl was sharp. You know what I mean? She didn't bite into that. So I appreciate that much, and I respect that much from her. But, you know, that right there was kind of predatory in a sense, because it's like, you don't want to see this little girl and her mother back together. It's not that you want to see them apart, but really you just don't care, because it's just an interesting case study to you. So it's like some monkeys in a cage. You know, you just watching the monkey activity, and you ain't trying to help the monkeys in any type of way. You just watching monkeys be monkeys. That's the way I see it from his perspective. Now, you know, of course, he don't want to do no damage to the monkeys. He don't want to see nothing bad happen to the monkeys. He don't want to harm the monkeys, but he gonna let monkeys be monkeys on his platform, and he gonna show you how monkeys are monkeys, and how, you know, how they behave, what they do, what they think, all this, that, and the third. But he's not gonna try to help the monkeys be better monkeys. He just gonna let the monkeys be monkeys. You dig? That's how I see this. So, man, it's just unfortunate, man. And see, what you got to understand is, like, I don't blame Mark. You know, people going to be who they are. So Mark is going to be who he is. And like I said, I believe Mark is well-intended, but as well-intended as he knows how to be. I don't think he knows how to be well intended to the point where he can actually help, like where he can actually influence some real change in a situation like this between this mother and this daughter. You know, because again, if you wanted to really help this little girl, me personally, I wouldn't even interview her. I'm not interviewing a 13-year-old. I'm just not doing it. But, you know, okay, he's doing it. But if you're going to do it in a way that's going to be helpful to the girl. First of all, don't let her get on your platform in a bikini top at 13 years old. And then second of all, when you having the interview with her and you're asking questions, ask questions that's going to provoke progression, positivity, a move in the right direction. You know, help her understand better how what she's doing is not right. The things that she's not doing, you know, or the things that she's doing that's not right, help her to understand just how not right it is, right? And then pay attention to her, take an interest in her. You know, if you're going to interview a 13-year-old on your platform, you know, at least make it appear, give the impression that you have taken an interest in this girl. And if you take an interest in her, you're going to pay attention to her. You know, you're going to notice the things that she's good at, you know, because if you sit back and pay attention to kids, listen to them talk and watch how they do certain things, it's real easy to figure out, okay, this little girl is sharp. Okay, this little girl is articulate. Okay, she's a quick thinker. Okay, this little girl's aware. She pays attention to a lot of things at one time. Okay, this little girl's a good multitasker. She know how to do this, that, and like pay attention, take an interest. You know, if you're going to put somebody like this on your platform, you know, take an interest is what I'm saying. And, you know, because this interview ain't going to be helpful to nobody. There's nothing, there's no nutrients, there's no substance to this interview. It gives you a good idea of where the little girl is coming from, but as far as like a solution because, you know, it's a lot of parents out there that have little girls like this, and they might see this interview and be like, damn, you know what? It might be something on here to help me with my little girl or my little boy. You know what I mean? My 13-year-old. Maybe I could watch something on this interview and it could help me in that way. But when people watch this interview, they're not going to see nothing like that. You know, there's no substance to take away from this interview. What you will be is disturbed if you actually sit and watch that interview and you have any kind of compassion. You got any type of empathy for, you know, young black girls. You're going to be disturbed when you watch that video. You might not even be able, you might be like me. You might not even be able to watch it. And if you do, you're going to turn it off and just listen to the audio. But even the audio is like tough to listen to. It's difficult to listen to that audio all the way through. You know what I mean? Excuse me. I did it because I wanted to better understand the situation before I went live and talked about it, right? But if I hadn't already decided to go live and talk about it, I wouldn't even watched it. I wouldn't even, well, I didn't watch it, but I wouldn't have even listened to it. You know, I can't watch an interview with a 13-year-old girl at the time. I think she's 14 now. At the time of the interview, she was 13. I can't sit back and watch an interview like that and throughout the whole interview, this little girl got a bikini top on. That's crazy. And the crazy part is, like, most of the grown women that he interviews they not even dressed like that. You know, it's crazy. So, this is why, and you know, I've had people ask me like, Freeze, would you get on Soft White Underbelly Or would you get on No Jumper, or would you get on Vlad TV or any, like, no. You know, because it's one thing when people get on your platform and they do damage to themselves, they do harm to themselves, because a lot of people who get on these platforms, they do damaging things to their own selves, to their image, to their reputation, you know, to their lives in general. A lot of people get on these platforms and they hurt themselves, right? But it's a whole nother thing, and they all do it. Because I think honestly what it is, it's the curiosity of a lot of white people who you know, because they're not black, they, you know, they can't understand our perspective, but you know, the way we live is fascinating to a lot of people. You know, if you see certain things and hear certain things within the black community, and you're on the outside looking in, you know, it's fascinating to you. You know, the things that we go through and deal with on a real life basis, you know, the stuff that is a struggle for a lot of us, this hard for a lot of us, you know, this traumatic for a lot of us, it's fascinating to certain people. So, you know, when you have a Mark from Soft White Underbelly, or Adam 22 from No Jumper, or a Vlad TV, you know, these people, they, if you pay attention to them, they all ask questions that's like uncomfortable questions, incriminating questions. They all do it. And again, like I said, I don't think it's that I don't think it's that they are malicious necessarily. I just think that, you know, their curiosity supersedes their concern. They're more curious than they are concerned. So they gon' satisfy their curiosity before they satisfy their concern. The concern ain't that strong to begin with, but the curiosity is strong. So they gonna ask them, oh yeah, so how many people have you shot? When was the last time you sold some drugs? When was the last time you did some drugs? You know? Oh, so you're a pimp? How many hoes do you have right now? Like all that type of stuff. You know, even if you watch the interviews with Sharp, like he tries to put Sharp in a real life pimp situation so many times, like, oh yeah, I've met your hoes, and oh yeah, how many hoes do you have now, Sharp? Or yeah, your hoes are like this. Like he and you know, Sharp, by him being from the streets and, you know, him having been through certain things in the game and being witty, you know, Sharp know how to do the matrix and dodge the shit. But it's like, why would you even get on a platform where you got to do that? You know? And him and Sharp is supposed to be friends. They supposed to be cool. But I'm just giving you an example of how people like Mark, people like Adam 22, people like Vlad from Vlad TV, they just be so fascinated by certain things. They don't care if the answers to some of their questions get you locked up. The answers to some of their questions get you hurt. They don't care if certain conversations that you have with them stir up some beef in the street. You know, like Adam 22, he got that bad. You know, he be trying to stir up and mix up a lot of shit between people that, you know, he can't relate to at all. People that's really in the streets, people that really come from something. You know, he be trying to pit people against each other just to satisfy his curiosity or satisfy his fascination with the street life. You know? But don't really care how it affects people or who it affects. You dig? So yeah, man. You know, again, I ain't mad at none of these people, because they gonna be who they are and they gonna do what they do. I just don't fuck with nothing that don't really spark real change for our community and real, you know, make a real impact with our people. I don't support stuff like that. And stuff that has like a carelessness about it that just, you know, it just puts us in the line of fire. That's how I look at it. Like that little girl that he got on his platform with the bikini top on, that 13-year-old girl. He just putting her in the line of fire. You know, it's like Nino Brown on New Jack City when he was getting dumped on and he grabbed a little girl and used her as a bulletproof vest. You know, it's that type of stuff. You know, that's how I look at it. Adam himself is a whole case study. For real, though. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, man, if y'all ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man. Sneaky Black, good looking with the $10 holla. Because the game is to be sold and not told. You dig? Aaron Summers, good looking with the $5 holla. Shout out to you. The game is on point as always. Aaron Summers, I appreciate you. Barbie Tina's Matrix, good looking with the $20 holla. Thanks for being you. Thank you for being you, and thank you for tapping in and tuning in and supporting. You dig? But yeah. I just wanted to chop that up, man. Let me put some love in my body real quick. Like I said, if you ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped into a pimp's domain, please do so now. What I mean by that, hit that like button. Let me see, man. Okay. The likes almost look like the viewers. It's 343 viewers, 340 likes. But I know out of them 343, it's probably more than just 3 of y'all that ain't wiped your feet off at the door when you stepped in. Wipe your feet off at the door when you step in a pimp's domain. What I mean by that, hit that like button. Barbie Girl Tina's Matrix say, my first time here. Hey, welcome to Casa de Freeze, you dig? The Freeze is It platform where we chop a whole lot of game. You know, we uphold my brother, Sinful to P, Philip Brandon Gilmore, Barbie Girl Tina's Matrix. If you ain't tapped into Sinful to P, hey, you see if you've been paying attention to the chat, every time we go live, it's somebody in the chat every few seconds. Long live Sinful to P, RIP Sinful to P, I miss you. Look, somebody commented right after you, missing Sinful, Sun 77, 777, peace fam. See, look, you know what I mean? Yeah, hey, I don't know if you familiar with my bro, but if you aren't, you know, go tap into Sinful to P. It's a whole lot of game over there as well. You dig? Long live my bro. But yeah, we chop the game up over here. You know what I mean? From a game perspective through game lenses. You know, we don't do no sucker shit over here. We don't do no petty shit over here. I will roast the hell out of somebody when the time called for it. You know what I mean? Put some love in my body, y'all. Excuse my pimping. But yeah, man. If y'all got any questions, man, I'm going to take a few minutes to answer questions and things like that before we wrap it up. So if you asked a question and I didn't see it, you know, when I be going in with this game, a lot of times I don't just pay attention to the chat like that. So if you asked a question and I missed it, go ahead and type it in the chat again because I'm reading now. I've heard about him on these YouTube streets. Yeah, you know, his name ring bell in these YouTube streets, you know? For real, that's for sure. It's just unfortunate that you didn't get to catch him live one of these times. You know, his lives was phenomenal. You know, he had them kind of lives like nobody else to ever touch these YouTube streets, you know? Definitely one of one. Y'all need to remember that Mark has the uncensored video that's fed up to think about it, or that's fed or effed up to think about, especially when you factor that slow top to bottom shot. Oh, see, I didn't even make it to that part, or when it went through that part. Like I said, I just listened to it. I didn't actually watch it because I couldn't watch it. I'm not gonna sit there and watch a 60-something-year-old white man interview a 13-year-old black girl with a bikini top on. Freeze ain't gonna watch that. But I had to at least listen to the audio for the sake of understanding so that I could, better break down what was going on when I went live about it like I am right now, But like I said, even the audio is tough to listen to, man, because that little girl, the stuff that she talking about, boy, hey, Freeze turning psycho dad. You know what I mean? God forbid my little 14-year-old girl, man, I'm turning into psycho dad. You know what I mean? Straight up psycho dad. That would have been me. Because I can't imagine no shit like that with my daughter. Can't do it. See, y'all don't remember Married with Children, but this is Psycho Dad. This is Psycho Dad theme music. Hold on. I don't know about the kill your wife part and all that, you know what I mean? But yeah, Pimp would have turned into Psycho Dad, man, if my little girl would have been on something like that. Straight Psycho Dad, man, But yeah, it's just unfortunate, man, that hopefully things turn around for that little girl because she's only 14. So she still has a lot of time, and she seems like she's still impressionable to a certain extent. So if she has the right type of influences put in her life, she definitely could take a turn for the better. And I just hope and pray that the right kind of people and things and places are put in her life for her life to change in the right direction, man, because yeah, that stuff right there is ugly. No, that was in the song, P. Right, Psycho Dad had a song on the show. Oh yeah. Let me see. Reading some of these comments, man. Like I said, if y'all got questions, man, go ahead and ask them now. We see every day, but to put it on YouTube is sick, family. Yeah, me, I don't tune into stuff like that, man. That shit ain't cool. Yo, Freeze, Sinful will be proud. Nick Machiavelli, appreciate you, man. Honk for Shy, good looking with the $5 holla. You dig? Yeah, counterproductive indeed, Mr. McDonald, for sure. Adrian Jeffrey says, audio sounds great. That S&B just has a radio broadcast ready sound that's hard to beat. Yeah, I've seen them S&Bs. You know, I'm chopping it on that Neumann thing right now. That TLM 102. But yeah, I know them S&B, Schumer or Schuer. I forgot how you say the name. But yeah, them joints is nice too. I'm already knowing. I've tried them out before. A lot of time. But if that's all she shows, or if that's all she knows and that's the foundation she got, it's alerting. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. But like I said, hopefully things turn around for her. R.I.P. Sinful, R.I.P. Kenny Red. Yeah, man. Long live both of them gentlemen. Sinful the P and Kenny Red, the concrete general. You dig? I was 30 seconds behind the timer. However, I'm up to speed now. Me and Gardner on Wallace. That's what's up. EK the GOAT. You crazy. You really don't understand, do you? Hey, man. Don't you realize in order for us to make things work, man, we got to get rid of the pimps, pushers, and prostitutes and then start all over. Nigga, is you crazy? Danielle Kelly says, yes, he did. That poor child, 13 years old. She is a child. He didn't think for her best interest. He put her in more danger, sick. Yes, it's really unfortunate. And I don't think he's thinking about it. Well, it's not that I don't think. I know he ain't thinking about it from that perspective as far as him exposing her to more danger. Because now, with her being on such a large platform, you know, her face is going to be known everywhere she go now, especially in L.A., because I know a big chunk of his audience comes from Los Angeles, you know. Has the pimpin' ever knocked a female police officer? Not that I know of, but hey, man, this shit do wonders, Ed McAllister. So, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, though. You know what I mean? I know some guys who done had officers' daughters, you know. But as far as an officer herself, hey, I wouldn't be surprised, man. You know, the police be corrupt, so I wouldn't be surprised by that. Any more of your music coming out in 2024? Jay Walters, Most Def, for sure. It's in the works as we speak, man. For sure, for sure. Sin gave me a lot of great laughs. For sure he did. See, y'all just don't know, man. Like one of my favorite things I used to love to do it, bro. Like we'll be kicking it and we'll be talking about different people like like when he be roasting Hassan Campbell and he be playing all them songs and shit, like what y'all don't understand is like we used to sit up and do that shit for hours at a time. Roasting people like that with the music, man. And I you know, speaking of Hassan Campbell, I was thinking about making a special dedicated to him. I don't know. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to do that because yeah, I'm just so compelled to take it there, man. Especially after the way he done disrespected so many people, man. You know, here and gone, no longer with us. And, you know, people's mothers. He just a disrespectful dude, you know. Jealous of Cassie. You know, he on some Marsha when it come to Cassie. You know, he on some like the sister on Coming to America. How come she always gets the good ones? See, y'all, hey, y'all make me want to do that. I'm going to show y'all Hassan. This is how Hassan feel about Cassie. You know what I mean? Hold on. I got to take it there. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta find that scene. Oh yeah. Hey, look. So, hey, this is Hassan. This is how Hassan feel about when he seen that Cassie, got with Puffy back in the day. This is how he been feeling ever since. You know what I mean? Because he really want Puffy for himself. You know what I mean? He done heard about Puffy's resume. Hassan really want Puffy for himself. So when he seen Cassie get with Puffy, this is how Hassan was feeling, right?
Oh, I really have to go, sir.
Oh, no. Have a seat right here. Look, did you want ice in that?
See, y'all didn't know that Hassan and Cassie were sisters, right? Y'all didn't know they were sisters, but Hassan and Cassie is really sisters, though. You know what I mean? I'm just letting y'all know. This is their father right here. You know what I mean? And this is when their father first realized that Puffy was with Cassie. You know what I mean? This is Cassie and Hassan's father. You know what I mean? And this is when the father first found out that Cassie was with Puffy.
Excuse me. I'll be right back.
That's Puffy right there.
Well, who was that?
Oh, wait.
Jehovah's Witness. Excuse me.
See, that's Puffy right there. This is when Puffy is first meeting Cassie's daddy, you know what I mean? Which is also Hassan's daddy. They sisters. You know what I mean?
Look, the girl.
Now, see, that's Gene Deal right there. You know what I mean? Y'all know who Gene Deal is, right? Gene Deal is Puffy's old bodyguard. This is Gene Deal coming to the door. You know what I mean? Because Gene Deal was with Cassie before Puffy was. You know what I mean? So Gene Deal, he trying to cut back in. You know what I mean? And the daddy used to like Gene Deal, but once he seen that Puffy was really the baller and Gene Deal was the fraud, you know what I mean? That Gene Deal wasn't really doing it big like that. Now the father like, hey man, get up out of here. Cassie don't like you, man. She ain't trying to fuck with you, man. Cassie over here with Puffy, man. Get on up out of here. Pop's getting upset.
Like you anymore. Can't you get that through your greasy head? But you told me.
See, that was Gene Deal back in the day. See, hold on. See, y'all think Gene Deal is like brown skin. He really light skin. He just be having a tan. And back in the day, he had the Jerry curl. Y'all remember the Soul Glow back in the day? That was Gene Deal family. You know what I mean? Gene Deal parents started Soul Glow back in the 80s, the Jerry curl company. And Gene Deal used to have a Jerry curl back in the days. You know, this is when he was on. You know what I mean? He just wasn't balling like Puffy back then.
But you told me to come over. Now, where were we?
See, look, Pop's getting mad. He finna sick the dog. Dottie, get him.
I warned you, didn't I? Dottie, get him!
Sir, I really appreciate your hospitality, but I have to get going.
Oh, no. You can stay a little while longer. I just put some delicious hors d'oeuvres in the oven, son.
Look, Puffy like, huh?
Let me go see if they're ready.
Look at Cassie. Cassie looking at her daddy like, damn, daddy, you calling Puffy son? First you was acting like you didn't like Puffy, but then when you found out Puffy was a billionaire, oh, now you digging Puff, huh, Pops? Okay. Calling him son and everything.
Lisa, I must leave.
Is something wrong, Akeem?
I promise I will tell you when the time is right, but now I must go.
See, Cassie, this before Cassie found out that Puffy was balling. She just was digging Puffy because she thought he was a broke nigga in love, you know what I mean? She thought Puff was just digging her, you know what I mean, as a broke-ass nigga, you know. But Puff was playing the role because, see, Puff, he done had so many gold diggers in his life. You know, when he met Cassie, he wanted Cassie to love him for him, you know what I mean? So he didn't let Cassie know that he was balling, so he went and got a little cheap apartment in the hood. he started working at Cassie's father's restaurant, you know, because Cassie's father got a restaurant called McDowell's, not to be confused with McDonald's, you know what I mean? So Puffy, by him knowing that her daddy owned McDowell's, the restaurant, you know, he figured to cut into her and get close to her, he'll go get a job at her daddy's restaurant, you know what I mean? So the whole time she thinking he just a broke nigga in love, but she finna find out that you know, Puffy really that nigga though. He balling for real.
Tell your father goodbye for me.
Where's Akeem?
He said he had to leave.
Well, he can't leave.
What is going on? And why are you being so nice to Akeem all of a sudden?
I like the boy.
What are you up to?
What? Nothing. Hey, a man's got a right to change.
See, Pops ain't trying to let the cat out the bag because he know Puffy ain't told him. You know what I mean? You know, Puffy over there like, look, Pops, you know what I mean? Don't let her know what's happening, you know what I mean? I'm trying to make sure she love me for me. I'm digging your daughter, though, you know what I mean? But don't let the cat out the bag, Pops, you know what I mean? I want her to think I'm still a broke nigga in love, you know what I mean? Don't let her know I'm balling yet, you know? So Pops, he trying to hold it, but he can't hold it. He finna let the cat out the bag on her, you know what I mean?
Mine, doesn't he?
Daddy?
You know, you two make a beautiful couple, Lisa.
Daddy?
He's a real fine young man.
Dad?
Okay, Lisa. He's rich. He is rich.
What?
He's got his own money. And baby, when I tell you he's got his own money, I mean the boy has got his own money.
See, that's Puffy's cryptocurrency, you know what I mean? That's the Puff coin. You know what I mean? Y'all didn't know Puffy had his own crypto, you know what I mean? That's the Puff coin right there. You know what I mean? And Pops is letting her know, like, baby, he got his own money. He got the Puff coin. You know what I mean? Like, they buying up Puff coins like, you know, like hotcakes out here right now. You know what I mean? He letting her know. She like, the Puff coin? He got his own money? No. He worked for you. That he a broke nigga in love. He just a broke nigga that just love me for me. Nah, he ain't got no Puff coin. This ain't real. So she think the Puff coin is fake, you know what I mean? But she finna find out the Puff coin real deal Holyfield, you know what I mean?
A prince. He's a prince. Oh, Lisa, you did it this time. You hit the jackpot. Your little goat hurt.
See, look, he like, Cassie, you did it. You hit the jackpot.
Y'all look like a welfare case.
Make Gene Deal look like a welfare case, you know what I mean? he thought she hit the jackpot with Gene Deal, but he like, nah, you know what I mean? Your little broke nigga in love, he making Gene Deal look like a welfare case, you know? Okay, so hold on. So that's that, right? And then hold on, let me show you to be continued. You know what I mean? Hold on. See, here we go. Look.
What's everybody yelling about?
Their son.
Hold on. So that's Hassan right there, right? Like I told you, Hassan Campbell and Cassie is sisters. You know what I mean? And they at their daddy's house right now. Now, Hassan was messing with, you know, Stevie J. Hassan thought that Stevie J was the baller, you know what I mean? Hassan thought that, you know, Stevie J was the one, but really, because, you know, Stevie J and Puff, they tight, you know what I mean? But he don't know that Puff is, Hassan, she don't know that Puff is really the baller and that Puff is digging on Cassie, you know what I mean? So Hassan is jealous because he like, damn, she went from Gene Deal was cool, now she got Puff. You know what I mean? And you mean it because Stevie J was lying to Hassan. Stevie J had Hassan thinking that, you know, I'm the baller, I'm the shot caller, I got it going on. You know what I mean? It's, you know, I'm that guy, it's me. You know what I mean? I'm him. But then this when she find out that, you know, Stevie J ain't that dude. Puffy is the dude, and he digging on Cassie, her sister. You know what I mean? This is what she finna find out.
What's everybody yelling about?
Look at Hassan.
Their son, the prince, is in love with your sister, but the king here, he can't handle it.
No.
Yeah, see, look. See, Cassie think Puffy is the dude. I mean, Hassan think Puffy is the dude. So Pops is like, yeah, Hassan, you know, they son, Puffy, he over here in love with your sister, but you know they can't handle it. And then see, watch what Hassan finna say. Hassan finna be like, no, he's not. He's in love with me. You know what I mean? And then watch when Hassan get her heart crushed. You know what I mean?
No, he's not. The prince is in love with me.
See, look, here go Stevie J and Puffy. They walk in at the same time. Now she finna think Puffy is the one. I mean, she finna think Stevie J is the one. This where Hassan found out that Puffy was that dude and it wasn't Stevie J.
Are you all right?
Yes, Mother, I am fine.
Why are you hugging him? He's just the servant.
See, everybody finna look at Hassan crazy. You know what I mean? Because Stevie J been lying to Hassan. Hassan, you know, Stevie J been telling Hassan like, yeah, you know, Puffy, that's my gopher. He go for this and go for that. He my do boy. You know what I mean? He do what I tell him to do. That's my assistant. You know what I mean? So the whole time Hassan thinks she done hit the jackpot with Stevie J, but she finna find out, nah, your sister Cassie hit the jackpot with Puffy. You know what I mean? So Hassan, she finna tell the mama like, why you hugging him? Why you hugging Puffy? Puffy the assistant. You know what I mean? See, look.
Servant.
Hold on.
It's the servant.
Hold on.
Why are you hugging him?
See, look.
Why are you hugging him? He's just the servant. He's the prince.
Now Puffy Pops finna be like, hold on. You know, Big Puffy Sr., he finna be like, hold on, who told you that?
Who told you that?
See, now Stevie J, you know what I mean? His ass is in fish grease now. He finna get fried. You know what I mean? He in big trouble now. He like, damn, the bitch done busted me out. You know what I mean? Hassan stupid ass. That bitch always running her mouth. You know what I mean? Hassan done busted me out. You know what I mean? First he busted Bam out. Now he busted me out. You know what I mean? And he can't just let me bust him out. You know, he want to bust me out too. You know what I mean? So watch how Hassan trip when she find out her sister is really the one that hit the jackpot. You know what I mean? You mean to tell me they didn't put that part on there? Hold on, y'all got to see that part. I got to play it, man. YouTube is really oh, here it go.
Semi. Good news, Akeem. We've been rescued.
See, look, Stevie J think, you know, Stevie J trying to live that life. See, look.
Who told you that?
You mean Akeem's the prince?
Look, she like, you mean Puffy is that dude? Hassan over there like, you mean Puffy is the dude? And look at the daddy. Like, yeah, and Puffy is in love with your sister Cassie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's in love with Lisa.
How come she always gets the good ones?
See, that's why Hassan did that rant. So I just wanted y'all to understand when you seen Hassan going off about Cassie, you know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody, you know, saying all this stuff about Cassie. What about me? What about me? You know what I mean? See, look. Watch Hassan again. You know what I mean? This is how. This is the start of it all. This is why Hassan went off on his sister. Y'all didn't know Cassie and Hassan were sisters. You know what I mean? But I'm here to let y'all know, man. Cassie and Hassan Campbell are sisters. They got the same father. This is their father on here. You know what I mean? This is Stevie J, who y'all looking at on the screen. He lied and said he was Puffy. You know what I mean? Then Hassan Campbell, she found out that Stevie J wasn't Puffy, and she found out who Puffy really was, and that Puffy was in love with her sister Cassie. And she mad, you know what I mean?
You mean Akeem's the prince?
I mean, Puffy's the prince?
And he's in love with Lisa.
And he in love with
How
Cassie.
come she always gets the good ones?
See, that's Hassan. You know what I mean? Hassan, he just can't understand, like, look at him.
How come she always gets the good ones?
Oh, man, I just wanted to break that down to y'all, man. You know? Oh, damn. I keep on doing that, man. I just running my mouth. But nah, basically what I was saying is that, you know, Hassan Campbell and Cassie are sisters. Y'all didn't know that, but, you know, you heard it first from Freeze. So when you seen Hassan make that video when he went to the projects and got shot and was doing that rant and everything like that, you know, y'all probably was wondering like, damn, why is he tripping on Cassie? Like, what Cassie do to him? Cassie is her little sister. You know what I mean? Hassan is the big sister. Cassie is the little sister. And they got that sister rivalry. You know what I mean? You know how sometimes you got the jealous big sister and the pretty little sister, the popular little sister. That's how it is when they was growing up. You know what I mean? Hassan, she was cool, but she wasn't popping like her little sister Cassie. You know, Cassie was popping more than Big Sis. And Hassan is in her head like, I'm Big Sis. How come ain't nobody fucking with me? How they fucking with her? She the little sister. You know what I mean? But, you know, like he just couldn't understand how his little sister got more emotion than she do. You know what I mean? Like how my little sister got more emotion than me. I'm the big sister. I was here first. You know what I mean? So everybody should be checking for me first because I'm the big sis. This how Hassan thinking in her head. So you got to understand like where it's all coming from. So y'all just seen a video of Hassan going off on Cassie and you just thinking like, damn, Hassan just be tripping. But nah, I'm telling you where it all stems from. See, this shit is ongoing. This shit didn't just start right now. They sisters. You know what I mean? That's just like how, you know how like a lot of y'all didn't know that Lisa Ray and Da Brat was sisters, but they've been sisters this whole time. And then a lot of y'all also didn't know that Nia Long and the comedian Samore is sisters. A lot of y'all didn't know that, but they've been sisters this whole time. It's the same thing with Cassie and Hassan. They've been sisters this whole time, but a lot of y'all didn't know. You know what I mean? But I'm letting you know first, before you hear it anywhere else, you know what I mean? Freeze got the inside scoop, and I just know that Hassan Campbell and Cassie is sisters. You know what I mean? Hassan is the big sister, Cassie is the little sister. And they got that sister rivalry going on since they was kids. So when Hassan see her sister going through this situation with Puffy and she finna get these millions and all of this, she like, why she always get the good ones? Why I can't have a Puffy in my life? You know what I mean? So yeah, now y'all understand when you see that whole situation. Now Freeze done broke it down for you, so now you don't look at it, you know, ignorantly. Now you in the know. You got laced up one time by the pimping, you know what I mean? So now you know whenever you see Hassan going off on Cassie, oh, that's just big sis tripping on little sis, man. That's just big sister, little sister stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, Samore and Nia Long is sisters, man, for real. They got the same father, different mothers. See, like how MB 225. You see how you didn't know that? I bet you didn't know Hassan Campbell and Cassie was sisters neither, didn't you? See, that's what I'm saying. Pimpin' just laced you up one time. You know what I mean? Now you know. You dig? Oh, man. Steve Mayfield, good looking with the $20 holla. You dig? Let me go through that, man. Oh, I can't. Okay. Yeah, man. So, you know, see, ain't it good to, you know, be tapped in and tuned in with the Pimpin', man. Pimpin' just be putting y'all up on game, man. You know, I know a lot of y'all don't be knowing stuff, man. So if I know something, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know. I'm going to lace you up, fill you in like Craig David. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. Y'all already know it's always a treat when we meet. But yeah, Pimp got to go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. If you have not wiped your feet off at the door before you came in, Wipe your feet off at the door on the way out. What I mean by that, hit that like button, man, while I put some love juice in my body, some of this H to the Izzo before we gizzo. You dig? Okay, man. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up, man. As always, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in with a pimp. Y'all done got the likes above 400 before we leave. I appreciate y'all doing that. I appreciate all the comments, questions, input, even the disagreements for the sake of argument. You know what I mean? I appreciate all that. I appreciate y'all subscribing, hitting the bell when you subscribe. I appreciate all the shares. I appreciate the super chats, the cash apps, the PayPals. I appreciate your support in every which way that you come with it. Y'all already know who it is and what it is. Freeze is it. If you out moving around in traffic, please do so in a safe fashion. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. And we out.